Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 MFL Field Vision podcast with Ubi and Nadim. My name is Nadim. I got Ubi.
Salam, salam.
We got Omar as our moderator.
Salam, what's up, everyone?
We got Waleed in the background just doing whatever he does.
Yo.
But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. It's been fun doing it. It's probably going to be our last one for the season. But let's not waste any time and get right into it.
All right, so let's talk about what happened in the playoff games this past week. The first game we have is Muslimin versus Salam. Muslimin blew out Salam 52-14.
Man. Omar, that's your game, so you can take it away to start off.
Okay, I just want to say one thing.
He took his glasses off.
Oh,
Salam, they were awful.
Oh,
Just awful.
Oh, no.
If someone wanted to arrest them for being awful, I would accept it.
Hey, I heard the only salam they were giving was to EB missing the playoffs.
It was bad for them, man. Nothing was going their way. Fahad was just throwing darts deep down the field, scoring touchdowns. I mean, Saddam had no answers at all, man. It was tough to see.
Man, they didn't. Like, I feel like it's just at that point it just goes down to like just dominance, bro. Like, Saddam couldn't do anything. I remember like they were getting subs. They had, I think, Omar Egypt at one point as a sub, and then Yazan at some point as a sub. Yazan broke his finger or whatever happened to him. And then they got Mohamed Saradi as a sub. Like, it was bad, man. Like, everyone was just, it was just taking a toll on that team. And then you can tell just to start off, man, like, the team wasn't motivated at all. Like, it sucks to see a team going into a playoff game, especially, and you can just tell, like, they don't care. Like, you can tell just by the way they were playing, like, zero effort was being put in. It's like they knew they lost 2 weeks ago, and they're just trying to make up for it by just being there. But I have to give a shout out. I have to give a shout out to Ali Benny. He was giving it all out there. He was putting it all on the line, whether they were down by 50 or down by 7. He's still going crazy. He crashed out at the end, but we'll leave that.
Deserving crash out.
It is a deserving crash out.
I don't.
What happened? What happened? I gotta know.
So, with names not being said, that was last week's segment. We already talked about him last week, but a specific someone was not putting any effort, and Ali was not too fond of that. So after the game, some words were being exchanged, and Ali expressed his frustration on the lack of effort being put on by certain someone. Words were being thrown around, hands were almost thrown, but it was well deserving. I think anyone would have done the same thing. It's just Ali was the only one that stepped up, and I felt like he's the only one that had the heart enough to do it. Just because when you see your own teammates, man, especially like a good player, not putting any effort, he's playing rusher and he's just walking up to the blocker, almost is drinking a cup of chai in the back. Like, it gets easy at that point. Like, Khalas, you can't really do anything when your own teammates just don't put any effort. But that's that.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Yeah, I don't blame Adi, man. He's out there. He's playing blocker, bro. Like he's small and he's not even a blocker, and he's putting it all out there. And yeah, it's just tough to see. I don't know where Mooney was. I don't know if he slept in or just didn't want to show up. But I mean,
I think he said he was hurt. But that's another thing about that team. Here's the thing, man. I don't care if you're hurt. I don't care if you're. Unless the only reason I feel like only reason I feel like you shouldn't show up is if you're like sick. If you're truly sick, just show up, man. If you're hurt, like you see EB, you see Heb, they were still showing up. EB sometimes didn't show up because it's EB, but he still didn't show up sometimes. But Heb was there. EB was even there last week supporting his own team. So it just sucks. Like even if you're hurt, man, you still gotta show up, support the team. But that's just my take.
Yeah, 100%. You're right there. It is just tough to see. Anyways, let's go on to the second game. Honestly, in my opinion, the game of the year. We had FC Palestino winning against Arabs FC 33-26.
It got close, man. They got close down at the end. Take it away.
Man.
They got close, but Hey, we were taking it easy at the end, but alhamdulillah, we got the win. So, but all I gotta say is this: Omar, man, after he beat us that first time, he was talking a lot of smack, saying I drafted this team, saying like, like how bad we are and all that. I was like, all right. I literally told Siraj, I was like, come back from injury. I don't care if you have one leg. You're gonna come, me and you have one leg each, and we're gonna go beat Omar. So we decided to come, and we everyone came out, slinging basically. Everyone was putting 150% effort. Malik was going off, getting all those picks. Who else? Aus was getting a bunch of picks, and I mean even Siraj with one leg got like 2 picks or something like that. So defensively, everyone was going off. Even Rush was getting in there. Ayman and Yusuf, they were both like, I felt like they were giving Ahmad a lot of pressure, which led to a lot of picks. And offensively, man, Zaid was making plays I don't think I've seen like in a long time. I think last time I've seen someone make those type of plays was like Young Aus, like catching behind, like he was literally reaching out for the ball and giving his all. And man, everyone was hyped from that game.
I feel like that game just truly showed how valuable Malik is to a team, man. I mean, the stat sheet says 2 picks, but I'm considering it 3. The third one bounced off his hands and landed in Siraj's hands. So I'm still considering that 3.
Pool,
then that crazy flag pull on the onside. If he didn't get that flag pull, I think it was Azuz, right?
Yeah.
Azuz would have been gone. Like that would have been, you guys would have lost. Like, it's crazy. Like, if he just did not show up that day, I think I don't see you guys winning that game. There's no way.
yeah.
Yeah. We were up, I think, by 2 positions at one point, but we started just taking it easy once we went up by two positions, which led the other team to kind of like just make a comeback on us.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there was just like at the I think it was the last drive or the second last drive of the game. I told Aus to be quarterback. I was like, Aus, let's just end the game. Just run
I like
around,
that.
waste
I was
time.
gonna mention that. I like that.
And then boy just starts slinging it everywhere. I was like, and then me and Siraj, our jaws were just dropped. We're like, all right. We're like, please, just don't do it again. And then Aus just throws a tutty to Dawood. I was like, all right, I'll take it. But
I remember sitting on the sideline next to Waleed, and we were talking about it. We saw I was getting the game, and immediately when I saw that, I was like, yeah, they're just gonna run it out. They need Aus. The only reason they put him in there is just to run the ball. But you see him throw a sideline throw to Dawood. Dawood takes off. It was just nice to see, man. It was nice to see the team.
That was a great pass.
It was a great pass, crazy
perfect.
pass.
Especially from Dawood to reach out for the ball like that, like it looked like it was off the tip of his fingers too.
For sure, yeah. I mean that was a crazy play.
But Zaid for sure. Zaid on that game, I think he was definitely MVP for that game. He was playing good defense, and he was just making plays the whole entire time.
Can we talk about the ROC crash out? Tawfiq and Enes, or Tawfiq and someone else got kicked out because they were screaming at their own team.
Oh yeah, man. And then there was Azuz and Omar Egypt going at each other, man. It was tough to see.
As far as that team goes, man, Arab FC, Sprite, whatever you want to call them, I keep saying that. It just sucks. After seeing the season, don't get me wrong, Omar is going to be a quarterback in the league for years to come. There's definitely room for improvement. It just sucks that team to see. I mean, you have Azuz being one of the most talented players in the league. You have Tawfiq being the biggest catch radius guy. You have Amin with another huge catch radius. It just sucks to see that team didn't really click. I feel like the chemistry wasn't really there. I feel like that was their issue the whole season. I mean, I don't get how you have Tawfiq and you're not throwing him jump balls when you have Ayman lined up against him, or not even Ayman, Dawood lined up against him, even you will be. It doesn't matter who, even like it doesn't matter who's guarding him. You still throw him up the ball. I
Well,
just
he
feel like
did.
Omar didn't do. He
Well,
didn't
he
do
did.
enough of that.
The thing is, he did throw up the ball on Dawood a few, like I think it was once, and Dawood was able to stop him. But then after that, I could tell that Ahmad
No, that
just
was
had
Aus.
no. It was no. The first time was Dawood. There's one of them was Dawood,
Yeah,
and after that, I could tell Omar had like no confidence in throwing it
it's
to Tawfiq. Like he was even arguing. He was like why like he was literally. I think I heard him say like why would I throw it to you? You're not even catching the ball.
No.
like-
That was referring to that third down, and Tawfiq
Oh.
wasn't even aware.
Gotcha.
that was huge
Like-
too. He just threw it
like,
at his
what-
back or whatever. That's when Azuz crashed out.
And what do you want to call it? Tawfiq was saying like, "We're not ready." I'm like, it doesn't matter if you're ready or not. It's under 2 minutes. Be prepared.
Mhm.
Like, whenever I say hi, go for it. Like, we're not like jogging to the line, all that stuff.
Just
Man,
overall,
I-
it's not
that made
even.
no
I feel like
sense.
it's not even just that game. I feel like it's just throughout the season. Like the chemistry wasn't there. I mean, I feel like Amin is just like a wasted talent on that team. I feel
Mhm.
like he wasn't getting like if you were to look at Amin's highlights, I feel like if Omar Egypt looked at old MFL highlights and really saw how Amin used to play. I mean, Amin, he's not the biggest guy, he's not the tallest guy, but I truly still think he has one of the biggest catch radiuses in the league. Like no matter where the ball is placed, he'll get a hand on it, he'll come down with it. It just sucks to see overall, just throughout the season, not even just this game, the offense didn't click as well. The defense was somewhat there, but the offense just didn't click, and it just sucks to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this. I mean, it's still Himi. I mean,
For sure,
just
100%,
just because he
100%.
wasn't getting the targets. I mean, I promise you, if he was on like almost any other team, I'm sure he would have got the targets
100%,
he deserved.
100%.
Man, if Amin comes back next season, man, he's gonna have to go off, man. He's gonna have a bounce back year for sure.
For sure.
But he's definitely gonna be begging not to be on his team probably.
Man.
I'm just saying.
All right. Now let's go on to this week's matchup. We have the first game being the first seed versus the sixth seed, which is Intifada versus Muslimin. A great matchup.
The thing is that sucks about seeding, man, is that like I feel like having the first seed these days like doesn't really mean anything. Like
you get our
Yeah, no, that's the first seed is the biggest deal. That 1 hour
I still
break
don't
is
feel like
everything.
that, man. I personally, I was even telling this to my team. I'd rather play back-to-back games. I'd 100% rather play back-to-back games. Ubi, you're just old. That's why you say that.
No.
We hydrated.
Listen,
Hold on. We hydrated young men can handle back-to-back games.
half your team is older than me. What are you talking about?
Oh, my fault.
Yep.
Man.
But no, I feel like back to back is just easier because I feel like that 1 hour, man, it kills you. You get sore, and then Waleed's hooking it up with whatever food he's gonna bring. So I already know these guys are gonna be grubbing on the sidelines watching Ubi's team get smacked. So
Well, we haven't even gotten to the matchup yet.
Hey,
Oh,
my
man.
bad, Ubi.
My bad.
But yeah, I just feel like our team is just gonna be eating left and right, and it's just gonna cause a whole bunch of mishaps. That is if we win. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but
Hey, all I gotta say is
it-
Monty is not gonna be a factor because there's Omar and Hassan. So I'd be careful about that. Fahad's gonna have the
Hey.
time of his life.
Monty
pocket.
is definitely on our a high priority list to keep on locks, man. I know he's just coming back from an injury, but that man can still play, and he's still gonna be a factor for the Intifada, man. So
Ahmad,
we're
I
gonna-
feel like that game on both sides, like your team's perspective and my team's perspective, I feel like it's just gonna go down to you and Hassan, and then Monty and whoever is rushing on our side because we rotate a lot. But I literally just feel like it's gonna get down to that. That's all the game matters. I mean, Fahad can sling the ball. He's gonna throw it deep. Ben is gonna get a deep touchdown. Nuh is gonna be open. it's gonna happen. Doomy's gonna throw the ball to Osama. Osama's gonna moss Fahad and moss whoever the safety is. That's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's just I feel like it just gets down to your blocking and our rushing. That's literally it. I feel like that's what it gets down to.
I agree. Yeah. Without the blocks, man, you can't get the ball down to the receivers. But I am honestly curious to see how Doomy will perform this week. I know in the previous, like in the past MFL, Doomy has struggled to, win playoff games.
For sure.
I'm not sure why, but honestly, who knows? Maybe it's different this year. I mean, Doomy's coming off of a great season, and he has a lot of great weapons. So I mean, but yeah, we're just gonna have to see this week. But it's gonna be a close game for sure. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Who you got, Ubi? Me and Omar don't have a say. Who you got?
Oh, that's a tough one, but you know what? I'm gonna give it to Doomy. I think Doomy's gonna finally, break the playoff Doomy, whatever you wanna call it, stigma, whatever you wanna call it, and I think he's gonna cook. But we'll see if Fahad's. If I'm not sure what Fahad was doing when he played Doomy the first time, but if they do rush 2 on Doomy, I think they'll have a good chance though. I mean, it's gonna be close no matter what. The game,
I do feel like it's gonna be close. I could see it also being very, very, very high scoring like last time. I don't remember what our score was last time, Ahmad, but it was in the 50s.
It was 54 to I think 48.
Yeah.
It was like a one possession game.
I think it was the highest scoring game of the season, right?
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we were going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Walid? Who do you got?
That's a tough one, but I haven't seen Doomy win a playoff game. So
You think he's gonna get over the hump or no?
No, I don't think so because he's fighting the Grim Reaper. So I have
Fahad
to go with
is
the Grim Reaper.
Fahad is the Grim Reaper.
Man, yeah. If you listen, man, all I have to say, man, if you slack on playing us, man, Fahad's gonna make you pay.
Hey, I gotta say one thing. Playoff Fahad is diffy. Man, even if you beat him in the regular season, there's a high chance you're not beating him again in the playoffs. He
does come in different. That is true. That is true. It's like that meme. It's like that meme whenever you're locked into the game and you sit on the edge of your chair. I feel like that's Fahad in the playoffs. So it'll definitely be an interesting game, but we'll see how it goes. We're coming.
We're coming too, man.
But I have an advice for Doomy. Just don't be too fancy. Play like it's a regular season game, and you guys are gonna kill it.
Walid, do you know that Alabama quarterback? What's his name?
The number 4 guy?
Yeah, the Alabama quarterback.
Yeah.
You know how he has his term, Link?
Yeah.
Let a naysayer know? That's what we're coming with. That's our motto for this week. Just let a naysayer know.
But have you seen the Alabama guy, number 13, crashing out after the game? Or
is that the 17-year-old?
I don't know. No. He was on defense. The cornerback.
Oh,
Either way.
I remember.
Oh, yeah.
There was a guy crashing out. As me Doomy at the end when Evie gives like a PI for Fahad to win the game. Doomy is gonna kick the ball. Say F this game.
Nah, bro, we're linking. This week we're linking, bro. We're gonna our team is linking.
Doomy been buying. He bought like a big trophy for the final. I'm like, that man bought it for himself to put it in his house. So that man's gonna do anything to keep that at his house.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it should be a good matchup. Anyways, let's go on to the second game. We have the number 2 seed versus I believe the number 5 seed, which is Mu'minin versus FC Palestino.
I'll say this.
Oh,
it's all. I don't know. I heard some rumors Siraj might not play corner. That's huge. Safety. That's huge. I don't know. The whole team got to be there. If someone's not there, I can't see them winning. But the whole team got to be there.
Ubi
Hey,
did.
all I gotta say
is Malik
I
coming?
wasn't playing defense last week. Yeah, Malik's coming.
He's coming. He didn't leave
Malik's
yet?
coming, and I wasn't playing defense last week. I will be in the defensive lineup.
I heard
So
you're gonna play safety.
we shall see.
Ubi's gonna lock up AJ, man. I see you, Ubi.
Ubi,
I see you,
I
Ubi.
see you.
Going
You
crazy.
gotta tackle that man. You gotta tackle that man.
Hey, you guys are gonna see something different. That's all I gotta say. We have a huge game plan. This isn't like, you know, what you saw week 5 or whatever, week 6.
Does that mean
This is-
Arbada's coming to save the day?
Hey man, he
Hey.
might have to, but you know, Tom Brady played for FC Palestino last week, so he's not.
He might
needed.
come to ref, so I mean, he might save you there.
I mean, hey, you know, we'll take, you know, what we can get. We're not gonna complain.
Also,
You know,
going
we're like
back
the Chiefs.
to, like the game plan for Albaida, I do think Ubi being a little injured helped out the game plan on offense because it limited on Ubi just throwing those crazy passes that they'll be throwing a pick because he'll throw like last second right about to get sacked. But when he was in the pocket last week, when he's about to get sacked, he just threw it over the rusher. So it hit the ground or is going to get to the center. So I think that helped out a lot, to be honest. It's all about Ubi just not doing any mistakes or limiting the mistakes. Let's say like a third and long. Just throw it short. Hopefully someone gets the first down. Just don't throw a Hail Mary because highly unlikely. Age is down there. He's going to pick it off most likely. And you're just going to ruin the defense. That's how Omar Ahmed started at the 5-yard line. Just give your defense a chance to breathe.
Yeah,
I remember
I
Ubi,
agree
the
with
last time you played him, Omar threw you a pick. I think you caught it
Mhm.
very, very early in the game, if I remember correctly.
I think it was the first drive, actually.
It was the first drive, very, very early in the game. He threw you guys a pick, and you guys didn't score that drive. You guys were on the 10-yard line. You guys didn't score. I feel like that game just comes down to... I'm confident in your offense, especially with Dawood faking his injury and being there.
That was huge. Dawood
yeah.
last week was, I mean, he was, you know, getting all the yak for us.
Yeah, so especially with Dawood faking his injury and everything, like you guys, I'm confident in your offense. Else, you know, here's the thing: when it comes to a 50-50 ball, I'm still taking Else. I'm still taking Else over AJ. Else is bigger. It's just Else is naturally just bigger. I don't want to say he's stronger. He has a bigger frame. So I'm taking Else in a 50-50 ball. I just feel like you guys got to stop Almoda's running. That's literally it. I feel like if you guys can stop Almoda's running, I think your offense can compete good enough to be able to come out with a win.
Yeah.
But it just matters on your defensive game plan on how you can stop Almod.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the run this week, to be honest. You know, we got a plan for that, but you know, just gotta also worry about AJ. So that's gonna be huge. If I think if we just could stop AJ, I mean the game's gonna be very, very close. So
Looking forward to it, man. Hopefully I'm gonna be watching on the sidelines, waiting to see my next opponent. Huh, Almod?
Hey man, don't speak too soon, man. You never know what happens.
We'll see.
hey man, hey, Arab FC did the same thing. Just letting you know.
Arab FC did do that, man.
They
And
were
that's
speaking
one
too
thing
much.
that really pissed me off is that I'm not like, this is crazy, but they were in a huddle. I was recording it. They were in a huddle talking about Omar Sudani next week,
Seriously.
which is crazy to me.
Mid-game?
It wasn't mid-game. It was pre-game. Actually, no, my bad. They weren't in a huddle. They were lacing up. And, you know, they were putting their cleats on and everything. And I'm just I'm just in sweats and just walking around. They were talking about how to stop Omar's run for the next week, which was mind-blowing to me. Like, I mean, I didn't say anything, but that's just mind-blowing to me. They were talking about it, and they were trying to set up a defense for the next week, which is unbelievable. Like, I don't get how that works, but it is what it is. So
I
you
see
can't get too
you,
ahead of yourself.
Obi.
All I gotta
see
say is there's no way I was gonna let him win. I'm sorry. I literally
I like that,
like
Obi.
I
like that.
had the choice. like before, to continue, the game before that, did all the seeding and all that. We had the choice to play Salam. Like if we lost by another touchdown, we would have played Salam. I literally was like, no, in the game, I want to go play Omar. I want to go play him, and I'm taking him. I'm sending him packing. So
I like that. I like that, Ubi.
we did, we did what we did, but we have the harder, road to the
Road.
playoffs now. But hey, I mean that was a good win, so I'll take it.
I like that. Do you guys have score predictions for Obi's game and Mu'mineen?
I
Nadeem,
think me and Omar have a similar want. We want a similar outcome to this game.
we want yeah, no, I agree.
We want a similar outcome, whether I win or whether Omar wins. We want a similar outcome. We obviously we don't want to play Omar at the end of the day. So
yeah, no,
So,
I
I
want
mean,
to deal
hey.
with that Russian attack, man.
yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'll say this, yeah, having to deal with that can be very annoying. So I can see wanting to just play something like a more of a normal game.
For sure.
So-
But as far as score predictions, I really don't have one. I'd like to see Ubi come up. I'd like to see an upset because it will be an upset. I'd like to see the upset. I like taking the underdog. So I got Ubi.
Yeah, facts. I got Ubi too, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Go get him, Ubi.
Ubi,
Let's
you got a
go.
We're
link.
counting
bro.
on you.
You got a link. You got to
Can
let
you
a
guys
naysayer know.
can you guys say we're the underdogs so we can? Can you guys say that we're gonna lose so FC Palestino comes out
I'll
swinging?
say it. I'll say it.
Let's go,
I think
Walid.
I
Say
think
we're gonna get
Mu'mineen's-
blown out.
No, I don't think it's gonna be blown out, but I think Mu'mineen is gonna pull it off.
You
Have I ever predicted FC Palestine to win a game this year?
you
Nope.
you always say we're gonna lose, and every time you say we're gonna lose or get blown out,
All right, I'm gonna keep that tradition.
all right,
I think
Okay.
you're gonna lose.
Okay. You got to let
like
Walid
that.
know then. Let Walid know.
I like that.
But yeah, I think that that wraps it
But
up.
I still think they still have a good chance, FC Palestino. But hold on, we gotta say who we think we're gonna win. If it's not your team, who do you think will win the final?
Who wins
Not
the
my
final?
team.
Yeah, if it's not your team.
If it's not my team, I think Intifada takes it. Okay.
I said this last week to my team. We were on the sidelines. I was talking to Monty about it. I said it with full confidence. The winner of our game, being Dumi's team or Fahad's team, is winning it all. Fahad, if he gets to the championship, he's not losing. It doesn't matter. He's not losing. I feel like if Dumi gets there, it's far enough to where we know how to play against Omar's team and we know how to play against Ubi's team. I feel like the hardest matchup or the person you don't want to play in the playoffs is Fahad. So I feel like the winner of our game wins it all.
What about you, Ubi?
I'm gonna have to go with Doomy. Doomsday.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
But I mean, honestly, I can see any of the teams winning the ship. So I'll say this. I think this year is one of the closest years of like talent. Like every
there
team
is
like,
there's really good comp this year, 100%.
But yeah, I mean, again, this is no slight to any team. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Doomy.
We like
I
that.
think either way, it's a good matchup for Omar Ahmed. I think Omar Ahmed will win no matter what.
You're cutting
It's the
out, Woody.
final. I think it doesn't matter. It doesn't. No matter what, I think Mu'mineen will win it all. I think both matchups, because first of all, I'm pretty sure Intifada will do the same defensive formation.
You don't know that.
And
I mean,
from what I know, everyone says, "Oh, this worked once before, it'll work again."
No.
It never
you don't
works.
know that.
It never works again.
You
And then
don't
versus
know that.
Fahad, I think Omar is gonna just run all over this.
But let me just say this. Ahmad isn't like, let's say Ahmad beats us. He's gonna be exhausted first of all.
Well, do you think so? It
And
might be a
I don't
blowout.
and the thing is Monty's gonna have a whole 1 hour break. So let's say it's Doomy versus Ahmad. I mean, that's like honestly, I could see Intifada, like just based off of that break. I could see that being huge for Intifada, and they're gonna win it based off of
For
that.
sure. I mean, no matter how good Omar is, like he's gonna get tired. So
He's gonna be tired
running
the rest of
that
his team,
much,
yeah.
like there's no way. Like you can throw the ball for 2 straight games. I don't think you can run the ball for 2 straight games. Like that's hard. Like that's very hard.
Mhm.
I'm not taking away anything from Omar. I'm sure he could sling it for 2 straight games, but I don't think he could run for 2 straight games. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's gonna depend on the weather too. Like if it's gonna be like the sun's out and it's gonna be like in the 80s or something like that, yeah, like for sure the Almost is gonna be gassed. But if it's honestly if it's good weather, you might have a chance.
For sure.
But do we have anything else that we want to talk about?
We don't have like
let's-
a last segment.
We can talk about, I don't know, maybe MVPs of defensive players of the week and offensive player of the week. Is that what you guys want to talk about?
For this week or for
Yeah, for
last
this week. Yeah, for this last week.
Oh,
Give
for
some
this
people the
last week.
recognition.
Let's talk about
mean-
no. Let's talk about key players for the last 4 teams. We already
Yeah.
last week is gone. It's over. We don't care.
Mhm.
What happened. Let's talk about 4 key players on each team. Let's start off with my team, Intifada. I think it's 100% Monty. Like it's not even close.
Yeah.
Like you have Doomy, yeah, he's throwing the ball around, but I really think it's Monty. He's rested up. He was kicking 50-yard field goals after last week. He's rested up. He's good to go. He's running around. He's taking his nightly jogs all the time. So no, he's good. I 100% think it's gonna be Monty rushing for us. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be Nadim, just because
Oof.
just because of your length in the as a linebacker. I feel like it makes it harder for QBs to throw. So
I do have. I will say this. I do have Fahad's number. Every time I played against him, I picked him off. Oh my!
Did you pick him off this season?
I did. It was
Did you
it
actually?
was towards the end. It didn't matter. They were up, but I did pick him off.
I don't know if I remember that, but
It was.
yeah.
I don't want to hype myself. It didn't really count, but it was there. It was like a
Okay.
meaningless thing. He just threw it up. Last
Right.
year I pick sixed him, and then the year before I had to pick on him in the rain. So that was fun. But I have his number. But we'll see what
Mhm.
happens.
Yeah, honestly, man, I want it to be different here. I'm gonna say Doomy. I feel like, again, he's your captain, he's the quarterback, I feel like he's gonna make plays. And just the way that he I don't know, he it's just Doomy. I don't know. I can't really say
What do you think,
anything
Walid?
much.
Monty
Monty.
or the duo pass rush, whoever it will be.
I feel like that's just undisputed. But going on to the next one, let's talk about Muslimin. Ooh, man. I'ma say Noor. And the reason why I say Noor is because he's been heating up, bro. The last few weeks he's been heating up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. Maybe he's been eating breakfast or what. I don't know what's going on, but he's been heating up in the games. So I feel like his catching has been getting a lot better. His run after catch has been getting better, and his flag pulls are getting a lot better. I feel like overall, just as a player, he's getting way better. So I feel like he's definitely gonna be the game changer. You have Ben as a receiver, you have Fahad, you have the blockers. But I feel like Noor is going to be up there, just his ability to stretch the field.
That's a good pick, but I'm gonna have to go with a duo.
I already know.
Yeah,
I want it to be different, Omar. I was going to pick it, but I want it to be different.
Hey,
No, yeah.
I'm gonna say Hassan and Omar, and my reasoning is, if they lock it down, give Fahad a clean pocket, which I think they will, and they also have Monty's number, I think they'll. I mean, I think they're the reason for Fahad, to go off. So yeah, Hassan Omar.
I like that.
I think it's Amar. I think he's
Amar.
been getting a lot of big tests recently.
He has, man. He's playing single. He's playing that safety in the cover three. He's Ahmad. I've always said this. Ahmad is a great safety. He's a great safety. Offensively, he has a few drops here and there, costly drops, but as a safety, he's up there, man. Like he has the speed. He doesn't necessarily have the IQ. It's not quite as much as I'd like it to be, but he definitely has the sideline to sideline ability at safety. So I really like him there. So I could respect that pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something else too about Ahmad. Man, on offense, he's nice with it. His vision of the field, I could tell you almost every snap he'll go to Fahad before the snap and he'll tell him like, hey, I see this in the defense. I think this is going to be open, and it works a lot. And I mean, he's nice with it, man, in the offense. He makes plays, makes huge catches. The chemistry between him and Fahad's there. So I agree. I think he's gonna be a huge factor.
Even with Dumi last year, I feel like Ahmad is just he's a QB friendly type of guy.
Yeah,
Because I feel like you said chemistry, that word clicked with me. Because I feel like the chemistry between him and Dumi last year clicked pretty easily. Just from week one to, I mean, we missed him in the playoffs last year, but from week one to week whatever, I mean, the chemistry was definitely there.
yeah. All right. Who's next? FC Palestina.
FC Palestino.
Here, I'll go first. I'm gonna have to do another duo. It's gonna be Yusuf Qarini and Ayman. And I'll say this: I saw the effort from them last week. They were, giving it their all. I mean, they're pretty sneaky pass rushers. So they're gonna be my pick.
I like that. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna say Yusuf Khanani too. Man, I feel like it was that big bro versus low bro fight, and I really think that low bro had the upper hand. It's kind of crazy to think, but as far as blocking, I didn't see. I mean, obviously you're gonna get pressured, but I feel like he was holding up his own against Ahmed. So I feel like he did pretty good. As far as rushing, he has room for improvement, but just the fact that he's a rookie and he's able to do all this shows you a lot. So I like it. He's my pick for rookie of the year. So I really like him as a player.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
I'm a low key say Daoud, man. Last week he was huge for you guys.
He was.
He was, man. He was. I felt like your safety belt. You could just throw a little quick one to him, and he'll just make some people miss and get you some huge plays, man. But like we talk about how he's going back, like he's injured or something like that, or faking an injury.
Fake.
Yeah, I feel like Daoud this week, man. He's gonna be huge this week too, man. The run after catch he's nice with it.
Speaking of Dawood, I was telling him I was clowning him on the sideline. I kept telling him his injury was fake. He looked at me. He's like, if you think this is fake, this is only 70%. And I was like, bro, if this is 70, what's 100, my boy? You're the fastest guy on the field. So that was crazy to me. But what do you think, Waleed?
Skip me.
Waleed is MIA. Let's go to the next. Team Mu'mineen. Who do you got, Ubi?
And I got Sohaib.
Sohaib
Hamoud.
I like that pick. That was my pick.
I mean, he could, go rush by himself if he really wanted to. And he could easily get in the pocket anytime he wants. I've had multiple blockers tell me he is by far the best rusher they've ever played. He literally gets in so effortlessly. Oh my God, I can't speak. Effortlessly. Okay. Anyways, he gets in so easily that I mean he apparently goes pushes into a blocker and then does one move and he's in every single time. So yeah, I mean, Sohaib's definitely like a game wrecker, and and having someone come at you like that, especially as a QB, it makes things 10 times more difficult.
For sure. I feel like just the fact that his ability to just 2v1 people,
Mm-hmm.
that should just say enough. Like, the fact that he's one person going against two other grown men, grown adults, that should tell you enough, man. Like, that should tell you that he is the X factor. And that was also my pick. What do you think, Omar?
I think, okay, I'm going to say Hamada. Not only is he a really good receiver, but he is a really good rusher as well. When he rushes, man, he gets in there, and it is huge for that team. But yeah, I mean, that's who I have.
Yeah, I think that's
all I gotta say is this though. They better not rush him too much, because let's say they get to the next round, you don't want him to be gassed, for the next round. So
for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps it up, guys. Without 41 minutes, I think that's a record. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure you guys come on out this week. We got a barbecue. Invite your friends, family. We got Ali Benny and Tokir commentating. It's gonna be the worst, but I mean, you guys should come on out. We got earplugs on the side. I'm gonna bring in earplugs. I'm gonna be wearing them. Cause I can't hear Ali and Tokir, bro. Together, that's the worst. But come on out. We're gonna have some good food. It's gonna be fun. 2024 MFL Field Vision podcast before the championship, and we're out. Salam, guys.